Alright, so if I said to you that I thought that Ethan Winters was one of the most important characters in the Resident Evil series, you'd look at me like I'm a little crazy, a little bonkers. But no, I'm not a little crazy and I'm not a little bonkers. I think that Ethan is one of the most important characters that has been added to Resident Evil. I do, because he represents what happens when you take a regular person and you throw them into a Resident Evil situation. But he wasn't the first one to do it. You have Moira Burton,
That bitch stuck a needle in me?
and Natalia Korda. They are the holy trinity of regular people in the Resident Evil series who do not know what they have gotten themselves into. But let's start with Ethan and Resident Evil 7. Alright, Ethan Winters, love him, hate him, don't care about him. A lot of people didn't want to see him return for Village, or in general, I mean, because they said that he doesn't have a lot of personality. But when you look at Resident Evil, what exactly is personality? Because Ethan mirrors Chris and Jill from Resident Evil 1. Chris and Jill in Resident Evil 1, they were just brick walls reacting to the situation they were in. Ethan, he's just a regular dude reacting to the situation that he's in. The only difference is that Chris and Jill were STARS officers and Ethan is a regular person. But no one likes him for some reason. But look, he is a vessel that the player is supposed to see the world through, which we already know. But a lot of people don't understand that, or don't understand how important it is. Let's say you're Ethan. You haven't seen your wife for years. She's gone. You get a letter from her. You go to a house. You find her. Then she's infected. Infected with what? You don't know, because you're a regular person. You don't keep up with this. You don't know. She's infected. She chops up your hand with a chainsaw. You can't do that to Chris or Jill. Ethan lets Capcom do whatever they want to the player. So we can react like, whoa, that's crazy. Because when that happens to Ethan, you're like, whoa. That's happening to me. But when it's happening to a character that we already know of, Chris, Jill, maybe Rebecca, Carlos, if something like that happened, you would say, oh no, that character. How much personality can you have if you're scared and mad at a situation that you're in? Let's say you have Chris as the protagonist for Resident Evil 7. What would he be saying that would be that much more interesting? Because Chris wouldn't know what's going on. Ethan doesn't know what's going on. I really want to see old characters come back. I really do. Jill needs to come back yesterday. We need Rebecca. We need Carlos. Billy even. But once they come back, they don't need to take up all the spotlight, because new players join the Resident Evil community every day. And why would a new player care about who Chris Redfield is? If they've never played Resident Evil 1, why would they care? That's why when you have these new characters that the player can identify with as being regular people, it makes it so much easier for them to care about the series. If you take a character that is new and that's just a regular person like Ethan, and you're able to analyze a character like Chris Redfield in the upcoming Village, like a new player is able to say, okay, what drives Chris? Who is this man? Oh, he's kind of interesting. As I'm watching him through someone else.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
I'm intrigued. I want to learn more about him. And that's what makes characters like Ethan so special. If I were in that situation that Ethan was in, I would be cursing.
Fuck!
I would be mad, and I would be scared.
Groovy. That's not groovy.
Come on, give him some credit. He's been through a lot, and he didn't ask to go through it. Let's talk about Moira Burton. Moira really stuck out to me, because I said, wow, you have a regular person in a Resident Evil situation. And she hasn't been on any field work or done anything special. If I'm on an island, I had the living dead coming at me, and then we're trying to repair a helicopter, and you say, oh, let's go look for the helicopter parts. Like, I'm going to say,
Oh, and we're gonna find exactly what we need in this shit dump.
she represents how any of us regular people playing Resident Evil would view the situation. Like I said, Moira had no experience, so don't give her a happy ending right away. Because you don't have to. She got crushed by rocks, and you thought she was dead, and she thought she was dead after she's been through so much, after never having been through as much in her life before. Now she's using guns. She saves Natalia from Alex. She saves her own father. You could do anything you want with her. Look how she grew.
You chopped off his fucking hand?
Sometimes you have to make the hard choice.
Not everyone has to be a super soldier like Chris Redfield. She shows how much potential these new characters that don't have any experience with Resident Evil situations have. Alright, now let's talk about Natalia Korda from Resident Evil Revelations 2 if you don't know.
Natalia.
She takes regular person to the extreme because she is not a teenager or not an adult. She is a little girl. That is a game changer for the Resident Evil series. You play as a little girl throughout an entire Resident Evil campaign. What does she have to offer? Well, I'll tell you. She has everything to offer because she has no experience. She doesn't know what's going on. You can do anything you want with her and bring her back to the series anytime you want to. You don't have to give her a happy ending because she's new. She's just a regular person. You can identify with her because she's a little girl. Imagine I'm a little boy and I'm stuck on this island. I don't know why I'm there. I'm gonna have the same reactions to the situations as her. What is going on? Zombies? Monsters that have been stitched together and have blades for arms? Like infected dogs? I'm a little boy. I don't know what's going on. So you take her, you have Alex Wesker implant her consciousness into this little girl.
But now, the bird is gone.
You still have Natalia, but you also have someone else in there with her.
The bird has changed.
You can't do that to one of the characters that everyone loves. Imagine if Alex put her consciousness into Claire. People would have a riot. People would be like, whoa, like you're really just gonna basically kill off Claire like that? Because now it's Claire and Alex in her mind and Alex is going to win eventually. But no, you take Natalia, a regular person, and you can do that with her. She was incubated for 6 months and now she has to deal with battling who she is in her mind. That is crazy. Okay, so am I crazy? Because I don't think that I am. I see a lot of Ethan slander on Twitter. People are allowed to not like a certain character, but I feel like he has so much slander because people don't understand how important his inclusion is. Okay, you might say he's boring, but Chris and Jill were boring in Resident Evil 1. Sorry, I had to say it again. They were very boring. There was nothing special about them besides being STARS officers, some special police officers. So they had a chance to develop their personalities through so many games. So why can't Ethan have a chance? Honestly. And when I saw so much Ethan slander, I said, okay, but he's not even the first person to be Ethan. You have Moira and Natalia. All they represent are throwing yourself into a Resident Evil situation. And I hope to see so many more characters like them because the series really needs it.